you're moving from place to place. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Youth Show here on Tobago Updates. Pulchrittude, Pulchrittude, would have been the winning word that Akila would have won in the famous movie Akila and the Bee. Now, buzzing into our studio today is Miss Esther Ali, coordinator at Palm Star Promotions, to speak with us about a spelling and vocabulary bee. So, Miss Ali, a special morning to you, and how are you doing?
Thank you. Good morning, Tobago. Thank you for having me today.
The pleasure is ours. Now, Palm Star Promotions, I would have said it in my intro. What is Palm Star Promotions?
Palm Star Promotions is an event management company. It came out of marketing and development of marketing strategies. Through prayer and meditation, I did spelling, yes, but I decided to go further, and further prayer and meditation has brought me to doing National Spelling and Vocabulary, which is our second one for this year, within 1 year. Last year we did it at Trinity Mall, and in July, and then in October at the Tunapuna Hindu School, we did New Wave Maths. My dream was to bring it to Tobago, and with the support of my sponsors like Charon's Bookstores, Caribbean Airlines, Quality Roofing, NATCO, a number of companies got involved and said, okay, Esther, we're going to help you bring it to Tobago and also in Trinidad.
Yes.
So as it is, we are in the process of finalizing everything for Tobago. It takes place at Lowlands Mall on the 6th of May. And I'm happy to say we have 80 students registered in Tobago.
That is great.
With the endorsement that we received from vibrant teachers and principals, but I want to publicly say thank you to Ms. Tricia Devines, who got involved when I said, well, listen, I'm interested in doing this to Tobago. Sure, I'll give you the guidance, and she pushed me forward. And through the guidance of her godmother, I met her.
Oh, that's great. And Miss Ali, this event sounds really exciting for all young students, I should say, because I think we all watched Shakila and the Bee. That was a very creative movie. So to see that we're going to have a version of that here in Tobago, that is exciting. So tell us more about why you would have selected the age group you would have selected.
Okay. We selected 8 plus to 12 plus. We try to do, our dream and ambition is to do 4 events for the year.
Okay.
All right. And within that 4 events, we want to also incorporate the Adventist community.
Okay, yes.
So we are reaching out to the Adventist community.
Ooh.
Yes,
you know,
we
I
are.
really, really appreciate that, because as a Seventh-day Adventist myself, when I was younger, we had our own Adventist spelling bee when we had to spell words like Nebuchadnezzar and those stuff.
That's the biblical part of
the
it.
spelling bee, yes. So I think I would have placed second, but people don't know how difficult it is actually to learn how to spell these biblical words. They are so long. To pronounce them is our next piece of licks. So I'm really excited to see how you're going to incorporate the Adventist community into the spelling bee.
As it is, July of every year, we always had intentions of maintaining National Spelling and Vocabulary. The key words in this is spelling and vocabulary. Because people believe when you go to do a spelling, it's just spelling competition, and that's not how it is.
Okay.
So in the contest, we're going to have 3 categories in the preliminary round, which is a word to spell, a word to meaning, and it's not the same word, kids. Children, forgive me. It's not the same word. You will have 3 different words.
Okay.
You are given a word to spell, a word to meaning, and a word to put in the proper context of a sentence.
Oh.
I'm not going to take a one-word sentence, which is a phrase at all.
Oh, wow, this sounds like a brain stimulant.
In Tobago, I'm doing 2 competitions in 1 day.
Okay.
At Lowlands Mall. We have the preliminary, and then the qualifiers will go to the afternoon session. So we are doing it audition style, and the children come in, the parents register. We start promptly at 7:45. Parents, please be there around 7 to start registration. So at 7:45, we do the opening prayer, we do the anthem, we go forward. We ask people, if you have different religious denominations, come forward and let us know.
Okay.
Because we incorporate all religious prayer before we start. And then we go to the anthem. We introduce our judges. Our judges read the rules of the competition because these are time-constrained contests.
Okay, understood. And from my experience with spelling bees, I knew most times they would have given us like a booklet or a big thick book to learn words. Are our competitors going to be getting that?
No. What is happening is the kids' words are coming from their syllabus.
Okay.
This is why when parents register, we ask you to indicate the standard of the child,
Okay.
which is very important.
Okay,
And the endorsement with our sponsors, and I must say publicly, the endorsement from Bishop Berkeley has reached out to the Anglican community and beyond. And we say thank you, Bishop, for your involvement in this and your support. That has helped us to bring the knowledge and the expectations from us for the younger generation. We choose standard 3, 4, 5. So we do maths after spelling. In the months of July, August, as an Adventist, it's difficult for you all to participate in a contest on a Saturday.
Yes, correct.
It hurt me that I couldn't do it in such a way that encompasses all religions. So as it didn't encompass all religions, I said, let me try this. And God in his wisdom had it. My last day a few weeks ago when I was in Tobago, a colleague of mine said, meet Mr. So-and-so. He's in the Adventist board, and my eyes lit up. And I'm on the beach in a bath suit going to take a swim. So I met the gentleman. He said, yes, I'll put you on to the right people. And he did. And I spoke to Miss Nichols, who put me on to Mr. Richardson. And we in negotiations at this time to see if we can bring it this July and August. So July to do spelling and August to do math. If it doesn't happen this year, it will happen next year, God willing. But after this competition, spelling and vocabulary in Tobago, in October, children, be aware. Auntie Esther is going to be back in Tobago once we have the sponsorship, and we're looking for sponsors in Tobago. Please, community, help us. Because it does cost money. Nothing is free in this world. And I'm a person, I'll be honest, and I'm telling everybody, for all the contests I've had, I have never paid myself. It is quite costly to do the printing, it's quite costly for transportation, etc. And to bring my team to Tobago is quite costly.
Understood.
And we are here for 3 days. And I've been back and forth to Tobago. This is my 4th trip for the year to make sure everything goes in place. I really believe Tobago students can do well. And in the qualifying round, I'm taking 3 students to Trinidad, people. And a parent or guardian, as the case may be. So the competition is going to be fierce. Now, in the qualifying round, which I am very excited about, Kutasi Kutala is being promoted in this event for local words. But I'm also learning Tobago local words, which is not in the Kutasi Kutala. So please do not be afraid, children. Your local words will come. So in the qualifying round, you are given 3 words again, but the 4th word is a local word. So you might have to tell me about a folklore character. Or you might have to tell me about a fruit. Maybe spell the fruit, describe the fruit. I had students who I asked, could you describe a pomsite? And one little child told me last year, I don't like pomsite. Don't tell me nothing about pomsite. And I was like, okay, what do you like? And she's looking at the judge and she's looking at me. I said, tell Auntie what you like, because there will be fears in these kids going publicly.
Yes.
The love and affection that my team shows is tremendous. The outreach, the outpouring of love and understanding that builds these children. And that little child stood up there and described her Janet.
Okay.
She said, I like Janet. So the nickname stuck on her, Janet. From the time she see me, look, Auntie Esther coming. Auntie Esther coming to harass me about Janet.
It's so beautiful.
It is loving. It is warm. Every school that I go into that has participants, the children reach out. The word spreads through the whole school. Auntie Esther is on the compound. If I'm in the supermarket, even though I have on a mask, and that's another point I want to raise to folks. Please do not be afraid. All COVID protocols are followed. Children must keep masks on at all time except when eating or when they come in front of the microphone, and then they go back up with the mask. We not mixing matters with that. Temperature checks will be taken at the location. by our paramedics. Thank you, Dr. A.J. Medical, which is Anthony James Medical Services, Healing Services. I am giving endorsement and kudos to my peoples.
Okay.
And they have been supporting us tremendously with these kids. I had a competition last year in October, and I had 2 competitions running side by side, and I had 8 paramedics on the floor.
Okay.
I don't mix matters with that.
Okay, Miss Ali, and you know, it is very interesting and heartwarming to see the investment and care you have for these youths, and to bring it to Tobago. That is just an amazing sight to see. And I want to ask a bit more about registration. For those who would like to register,
sure.
How can they register?
Registration, you go to Palmstar Promotions Facebook page. There's a link on it that says register. Now, we are oversubscribed, but we are still going to the point a little more to facilitate Tobago students.
Okay.
So if we end up with 100 Tobago students, head is going to spin, but we are welcoming it.
What are some prizes? What are some prizes the winners can expect?
Tickets, inter-island tickets from Caribbean Airlines, vouchers from Charon's bookstore. Charon's is going to bring a mobile bookstore to Tobago for the contest. So parents who are interested in buying books and putting in their orders for special need books, poetry, applications, what have you, they're going to be there for it.
Okay.
And they have a special offer. Violas is given accommodation if there's a child that wins from Trinidad, and we're trying to secure our Tobago student offer. We have hampers from Dairy. We have tablets from NATCO. We have tablets from Quality Roofing. These are companies within Tobago and Trinidad, and they have supported us all through. We have seen relations grow, and I've been a marketing consultant for more than 25 years. I'm giving out to my age, right?
Wow. So, Miss Ali, wrapping up, is there anyone you would like to continue to thank for making this event execute itself?
Sure. In Tobago, Ms. Devines, Mr. Julian Skeet, who shows a lot of interest in this, Miss Henry, Joan Braffett of Viola's Place. Joan was my English teacher at 5 Rivers Junior Sec. And I have believed and supported Miss Braffett, just as she has, for many years. My sponsors in Trinidad, you all, thank you very much. Caribbean Airlines for stepping up to the plate. Charon's Bookstore, who believes in education and wishes to set up a bookstore here in Tobago to continue assisting children. NATCO, Quality Roofing, Dairy, the Milky Milk, who has stood up with us from day one. Even though we've had other companies involved, like milk companies, we had Vemco with Super Cow last spelling. But the first spelling competition I did, I had Dairy. I had them last year for Max. They have come out above and beyond. All our sponsors, thank you. You're so much to mention. The group under AS Bryden is about 7 companies which kids love. They love Chocolate Stone, they love Tang, and they love Columbina, and all the different brands. So thank you, folks, your love, your support. I ask that you continue to support, but I ask the business community, please, in Tobago, reach out to me on 471-2604 to give some assistance financially to us to make this happen for the kids continuously. And even in this event, it's not too late. I am not putting a price to anybody's head about this, but you receive 100% tax write-off for it. Give to the community. I have brought my love of children and my love of Tobago to this entity that has accepted us, which is Charon's. And they said, okay, go forth and do what you want and what you love. And I love Tobago children, and Tobago is home for me, second home.
Aww. So, Miss Ali, I want to thank you on behalf of
Thank
the Tobago
you for having me.
Yes, for joining us this morning. This interview was filled with so much energy. So I really enjoyed this interview, Miss Ali. So I wish you the best with all your projects. I hope that you are able to, hit everything off, and that the Tobago students will love Auntie Esther, just like how we enjoyed having Auntie Esther here this morning.
Thank you. One other little thing I want to add. we're going to have sampling on the day of the competition. So don't be surprised. We say join the line and this way. Go take your photo with the mascot and go get your samples.
Samples. All right.
Thank you, children. Thank you, Tobago, for your time to listen to Palm Star and Auntie Esther.
Thank you once again, Miss Ali. So viewers, that was the National Spelling and Vocabulary Challenge here. So we're going to take a short break, but remember to share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.